Hey guys, I'm here again and I've got the hair up because I just can't anymore. It's so hot and I'm dying, but I'm here to film a video that I've been putting off for 2 weeks and now my dog's barking. This is what happens when there's so many things distracting you but you need to film. But I've been wanting to film this video for the longest time and I kept just putting it off because I am lazy and I've been trying to read and I've just been not doing a good job. But the video that I've been trying to film is my review for Renegades by Marissa Meyer because I need to film it because it's an anticipated vid. I need to do it. But I am excited to talk about this and it's going to be spoiler free. And you know what's the most exciting thing ever, guys? I mean, in like my opinion, but I have written notes. Right, I have written notes. Like, look at this. Look at this. I have never written notes for a book review because I'm the worst booktuber ever, but I actually wrote notes and some of these have spoilers and some of these don't, so I'm gonna have to like go through this, but I feel so good because I just did notes. Like I did my name, I did my rating, I did my name of the book, I did all the characters, I did my plot thoughts. I'm just very proud of myself, but I haven't written one since, but I'm going to be quite selective with the books that I write the reviews for because I'm not sure what I'm actually going to film a review for, but I knew I was going to film a review for this one, so maybe just anticipated reads. I'll do some book reviews and maybe some other things, but I'm not sure. But I actually was going to just write plot thoughts and then it ended up just being like a written review, and I actually posted most of the notes that I've written here on my Goodreads rating, and I was kind of like scared but excited because I'd never written like an actual full-on review. I just said, oh, that book was really good and I enjoyed it, but this time I actually tried. So we're going to be talking about this book with the notes from this book, so it's good. 2 or 3 weeks since I read this and I will remember what I need to say because of the notes in my book. So let's get started. I love the whole idea of Renegades. Like, I think it's great and interesting and I just, oh my god, I really love it. And basically I've written this really amazing like idea of what the hell is going on in this book, and it's so bad but so good, so I will read it out for you. But it says, basically the world was noble and much like we know it today, so like, awesome. People with powers were seen as the bad guys. And these people that were seen as the bad guys decided they did not like that and rose up to take control of the whole entire world because that's what you do. So then they really became the bad guys, you know what I mean? But this period was known as the Age of Anarchy and it lasted 20 years, right? And the anarchists led the world to shit. So they were trying to be the good guys, they turned out to be the bad guys. It just went all to crap and everyone was stealing things and everyone was living on poverty. People were dying all the time, so that's what the world became. The Renegades then rose up, so they are people with superpowers too. They rose up because they didn't like the way they were getting treated here. So they were the good people with powers. And so we got this right. So we got the anarchists and we've got the renegades. So the anarchists are the bad people and the renegades are the good people, or so it seems. And the renegades made it somewhat better. So there wasn't a lot of people dying, there wasn't a lot of theft, but still the world should not be controlled by people with superpowers who think they're so much better than everyone else. So this is the general idea of this story. So we've got Nora, who is the main character, and she is one of the last anarchists because there is only about 10 of them left or something, like 10 of the major ones. Like, there is probably more of them, we just never really got introduced to more people. We only knew the main guys who were like part of her family group. But Nova, I feel like I was just calling her Nora, but her name's actually Nova, so I'm sorry if I got that mistaken. But what Nova decides to do is she decides to pretend to be a renegade and go into the program because it's practically like trying out. So if your powers are good, you get to go to the renegade school, and if you don't, then you don't go to the renegade school and learn to be good and like to patrol and to fight people and all this. So Nova goes in there and then she gets in and then she's spying on him, right? So she's spying and she's figuring out what to do, and it's great. Like, I seriously loved it so much, but it's crazy how she got in there so easily because like, why would they trust her? I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously they would trust her because they got all their information was done really well and they got it all covered up and everything. But I don't get how like they would trust her so much, and she would be like so like she'd love them so much, she'd be able to actually see that everything isn't like as black and white as it seems, and there's so much grey. The greyness in this book is great. I do love this, how she's always trying to find out information and going into offices and being a stealthy spy, and it's really interesting because like this book is a book about superpowers, and her superpower is that she doesn't sleep and she can also make other people go to sleep, and because she is an anarchist, it's really cool. The superheroes, they all have code names, and her code name is Nightmare. When she's in the Renegades, her code name is actually Insomnia, because she just tells them that she can't sleep, and that's pretty good for like on patrols and stuff. But it's pretty sad because with Nova is her family like she is actually like the niece of Ace Anarchy, who is the one that like led the rebellion like years and years ago. So her father and that, they were all killed by one of these rebel gangs, and she was there at the time and she couldn't do anything about it, and she's angry at the Renegades because they didn't save her family. So that's what's happened to her, and that's what's brought her to this moment in this book. And she's got a family, and they're not all great, but they're pretty cool. Like, one of them can make acid with his, like, he literally bleeds acid out of his skin and pores and all that. Another one can make bombs out of her hands. There's one just called Phobia, who can, like, make all your, like, find your fears and just exploit them for you and, like, really hurt you up. Then you've got Honey, and she can control bees, so she's called Queen Bee. So it's like really interesting how you've got, like, you know, the one that can make bombs, she's called the Detonator. The one that can do all the acidy stuff's called Cyanide. And then you've got Phobia. Like, we don't actually know what his real name is because he's all ghosty and weird, but I liked his character. So that's the big thing, is everyone wants to find Nightmare because she nearly killed one of the 5 council members. So he's like, this is the best thing too, is like, all the councillors are gay and in love, and I love it so much. It's so great, and just like seeing their love all the time makes me happy. But one of them nearly died, and they're trying to find Nightmare now, and it's just really, like, I really did enjoy this. Like, it's just, it's so good. But Nova also meets a character named Adrian. Adrian is the son of the 2 male councillors that are in love, and it's really great. His mother was also one of the councillors, but she died quite a few years ago. And Adrian's code name is called Sketch, and he's like the leader of his patrol group, and he's also got Ruby, Oscar, and Dana in his. So Ruby can make her blood turn into like jewels and they become weapons, and Oscar is like, he's got some smoke abilities, and Dana can just turn her whole body into a moth. So like, you've got Red Assassin, Smokescreen, and Monarch there, which is pretty cool. So they're all a group. They bring Nova into their group. I really love the whole like Nova and Adrian's relationship in this book. It's really good. It's really slow burning, and I enjoyed it a lot. And also for Ruby and Oscar, I just want to say I want them together so much. I just think they would be such a cute couple, and it's adorable, and I just need it. And just saying though, something really weird for me is I thought Ruby and Oscar, like from their descriptions, they sound like they're like 12 and 14 to me. Like, I don't know why they seem to be so young to me, but for some reason they are. Like, they're obviously like 16, 17, 18, kind of like, they never said the ages, but sometimes like you just get that first description and you just like, it just sticks in your brain forever and you just can't look past it. But Adrian is like pro justice, pro helping people, pro doing everything, and he's like, his powers are actually really, really awesome. So I really do like his character. We've also got this other villainish type of hero villain character called the Sentinel in here, and we don't know who it is, and it's really interesting trying to figure this out because there's so many different, like, there's so many different characters, but like actually having characters not know, like having the Sentinel and the Nightmare characters trying to find each other and not really knowing who each other is. And when you find out who people are, it's crazy reading from the perspectives of those people, because the book is split into 2 perspectives between Adrian and Nova, and I really do like seeing their different thoughts and opinions on things. But it's interesting when you can be like in Nova's perspective and she's there trying to figure out things, and she has like, and you already can like sort of tell as the reader. But definitely really enjoyed the idea of having this character that you don't really know if you trust or not. I also gotta say, I really love the idea of superpowers in this book. I'm reading off my notes again here, but I'm saying it feels very like X-Men, and I love that so much. But it's not like mutants versus humans, but mutants versus mutants, because the humans don't really play like a big part in this series at all. It was also interesting having this good versus bad side, or good versus evil, because who's really good or bad? Because the anarchists are trying to make a better life, but the renegades are in charge and they think they're making a better life, and everyone's just, it's all crazy. And every page I was asking myself, who really is the bad guy? Like, who's going to be the villain of this series? And I'm not sure. And the idea of a superhero is actually changing in my mind, because sometimes superheroes have to do bad things. Like, sometimes they have to pick the lesser of 2 evils to make the world a better place. But some superheroes, they just come in here, rescue the girl and fly away and don't have to hurt anyone. But in this battle, there is going to be people hurt. There is going to be casualties of this war that is obviously brewing, and we're going to see in the next book. Overall, this book was really, really good. I hope my thoughts are okay there. I was a bit all over the place, but it was interesting trying to film a review by actually having my notes here. So just tell me in the comments if you do like the way that this was filmed. If not, I can try to make it a bit different, but I'm really trying to read from my notes here, and I kind of like, I read the book a little while ago and I'm a bit like, what? But another thing I just want to say is that my one problem with the book was it was too long. Like, I just feel like it took 200 pages for the actual undercover part to start, and then another 200 for the actions to start, and then another 50 for the major action to start, and the reveals and the interesting things. Like, I just felt it was just very, very slow, and that made me feel like nothing actually happened in the book, and that is what kills me in books. So I gave this only 4 out of 5 stars because of that. But I am still excited to see what happens in the next book, and I hope the action will stay up there for being really awesome, because it should be, but I don't know. So hopefully this went good. Anyway guys, I hope you liked my book review of this book, and I'm so glad I finally filmed it. Now there's no book reviews that I need to film until I read more books, so that's always an exciting thing. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!